So something I say to my clients is this. When you're on a date, it cannot feel like an interview. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And you need to go into this as though you're going to have a great time and just enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Because when you are enjoying yourself, the woman that you're with is way more likely to have a great time and enjoy herself with you. And you can't shut yourself off emotionally or seductively as well. And that while you're not going to hit her with like carnal energy too hard, at the same time, you have to let it out in a way that feels comfortable. Another thing I say is this. In an ideal world, you would like your date to be, let's say, as naturally fun as possible.
Yes.
So like a lot of people will say they'll have dinner in the first date. But when you have dinner, it's like, see how we're sitting now, two people sitting opposite each other, and it feels semi-formal. You don't really want that on a date where you are here, he is there, and you're kind of like this. However, if you could like go bowling on the first date, you know, and it's physical and it's active, or maybe you go watch some stand-up comedy. Well, yeah, and the comedians are telling the jokes and things like this, and it creates a nice mood. Or maybe you do like crazy golf, something like that. Activities that get your bodies moving, give you reasons to maybe touch each other innocently, but it starts that physical contact.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So I think different people like different things. There are definitely women who would love to do activities on the first date.
But you want to be wined and dined.
Yes, me particularly. I'd love to get to know the person on the first date. And the first date shows a lot. And you can, if you're really in tune with yourself, with your body, then a conversation like this, yes, it might be a little bit formal. Yes, it might be a bit like you could feel nervous in a conversation like this. But that's good because you can also see how people act when they are nervous. So when a man is nervous, he's going to talk a lot. And then when he's talking a lot, you can get to know him a lot. So let me tell you this. I would like a fun activity on the second date, but on the first date, I feel like it's so. I like to feel like a woman, and I like to feel like taken care of, and see how the man is like, bringing his masculine energy forward, and how is he talking to the waiter, and how is he talking to me, his body language, all of these things, and for me to observe that, I need to be like sitting and observing.
Here's the thing. I think we'll meet in the middle and we can say go to a series of bars. Okay? Because here is the thing. What you're saying, I get your points, right? You want to feel like a woman, a nice environment, see how the man responds. I
dress
get all
up
that.
nicely, look
that.
nice.
Understood, I get that. But see, here's the thing. So from the perspective of the man, we live in a world where this man most likely has one date maximum to make a strong impression. Now, here's the thing. Actually, this brings me onto something my mum was saying. My mum was watching this TV show where some people were going on first dates. And this woman had a date. And the woman comes back from the date and she goes, yeah, it was nice, but I didn't quite feel it, so I'm not going to see him again. And my mum, who's in her 70s, said, well, it's only been one date.
Yeah.
Surely you need more time to get to know someone.
Yes,
she couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Thing is, nowadays you have to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Right? You have to hit the ground running. So the man who's on the date in the restaurant and he feels a bit nervous, what tends to happen is the woman feels... I don't know if she's going to feel nervous energy, but she's definitely not going to feel the warm, confident, seductive, playful. She's feeling less of that. And she's judging him. And she's telling herself that, okay, well, if I'm not feeling this now, I'm never going to feel it. But really, from the man's perspective, it's like the first date and he's nervous and he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So, right. By having dates where the actual scenario of the date is designed to offset natural nervousness and create examples or natural opportunities for people to be fun and bubbly and vibrant, it allows the man a buffer to get to the second date where he's going to be more comfortable because he's actually spent time getting to know the woman while actually, you know, without having him sitting there and... Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. It's a great strategy, you know, like it gives you time and it distracts people from like feeling very judged or very nervous about the date, and like there are other elements in the date like the activity itself, like, and there will be more conversations because there are more elements in the date. It's more fun than sitting and
thing is, but you're also not like wrong.
Yeah,
it's like what I'm saying here about taking women on dates with activities. I'm thinking of a man who's like quite shy and nervous.
Yes.
You know, that's it.
Yes.
It's
exactly.
a buffer for that guy.
Yes.
But
and it would work for a woman who's actually shy and also nervous. But if there is a woman that is really sure of herself, I mean, for me, I'd love to meet the man on the first date and see how he acts. Because this would show a lot of confidence as well. Like if he's comfortable and enjoying the talk and he's not really nervous, then I feel like, oh, well, okay, I can trust this guy.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you like to know a dark psychological tactic that I learned years ago to allow a date to get from platonic to seductive with great effectiveness?
Yes.
Right? With great effectiveness.
Yes.
Go to multiple venues in the date.
Oh.
Multiple venues. Okay? So you meet venue number one. Venue number one is a bar. Okay, great. You're in the bar, maybe you're there for half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, however long it is. You have a few drinks, you get to know each other. You know, you start to feel like you cultivate a vibe, there's energy. Then you go to second venue, you do the same thing. You get a bit closer in the second venue. Then you get to the third venue.
Oh, wow.
Now you're even closer
3 venues
still.
in the
Yeah, or maybe ideally like 4.
4 venues in the first date.
Yes, now.
Wow.
Now let me tell you why.
Why?
Because like I said, this is a dark psychological principle. Because in the first venue, you guys are basically strangers who met at that venue.
Yeah.
When you leave and go to the second venue, provided that you're actually having a good time, you're now a unit and you've gone to the second venue together. So psychologically, you both feel more connected to each other. And your interactions with each other will reflect that enhanced connection. Read into that what you will. That effect multiplies every time you go to another venue, provided you're having fun with each other.
Wow.
Yeah. So by the time you're in the 4th venue, this date is now very...
Well, that's a great trick.
Yeah.
That's a great trick. Like, this is the first time I hear of this trick, to be honest.
Yeah, well...
But I can imagine, I can see why it works.
Yeah.
Because now you're bonding and now there are shared memories in different places. And it's like moving from one place to another, talking about that place and then this place and then, you know, it brings a vibe.
Yeah, there we go.